Okay. And usually I have a microphone, so it's a lot more comfortable. Anyway, all right, here we go. Okay. A poem about mental illness, they said. A poem about living in our heads, no pressure. So, prepare yourselves for this magnum opus. As I sit at the table and attempt to focus, yes, it's time to write a poem. Yes, he sat at the table with his pen and then stroked the pen. Okay, not like that. The notebook flaps like a dove in estrus. Time to write something that's the bestest? What the hell, bestest? Oh, God. I can do this. My pen is virile. I'm an ink-filled volcano or something. Continental pressure, tectonic anxiety, depressed as the Mariana Trench. To write about the crowds and memories in our minds, muttering and heckling all of the time, break into the network and hack the system if I believed in my poem. Let's try confident. Ahem. Non-binaries and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presence of a master as I outline in this story a relatable character and plot out the heartstring plucking ode to a disaster as I try harder and harder to write faster and faster, even if I am the disaster. Damn it, no! More confidence. Ahem! Welcome to the presence of a genius. I'm talking Kanye before he endorsed Trump-level Yeezus. About to spit some verse like something that spits really hard. About to rock out a melody of words like a wordy Mozart. About to sit here on my arse and wonder why I continue to breathe. In one fleeting moment it passes by, the idea of rest and its sweet relief, sweet release. If I wrote an ode that they sang from the rooftops from Shawton to Kennedy Town, how would it sound? I would compose a net made of lines that caught students that jumped midway with a rhyme. You can see it, right? There are voices in my head, and I do not want to tell you what they've said because it would be repetitive, it would not rhyme. And I'm afraid you will not relate. Instead, you might say, think more positively, my dear. Stop focusing on the negatives, or it's negatives you'll hear. You overthink, you're exaggerating. It's the rich man's disease. Take it easy. My mind is tuned to the station. And with the right poem, can I hack that system? Take those voices, compress and encrypt into a hilarious Instagram reel, or at the least a poignant GIF. What if I could take this pressure and turn this shit into a diamond in verse? What if I could spew truths? What if the words just burst and I can't? And I imagine, God, I wish how they would say, and so he began. And I'd never heard anything like it. I mean, he took the shitty, bilious thoughts, the depression, the anxiety, the self-loathing, and twisted it to expression and turned it into eargasmic art you could hang an M+. It brought tears to my heart. I held in a fart. That's how you would describe the poem. And it would be so loud, it would be so fucking loud. An atomic bomb full of cotton candy-colored clouds that even she, on that cold bathroom floor with her head in her hands, she howled in that room and clawed at her face, digging for the courage to die, even she heard. Even she gets to feel grace. Granted by every member of the human race, a verse so warm it held all their hands, all at the same time. It linked their hands, fingers entwined, until we knew we were not just one but millions. A planet-wide struggle rendered invisible that we who contend with mental ill battles are legion. A verse so tight it loosened grips on razors and nooses and pills. A verse so bright it dispelled with light the host of demons. It dispelled their lies, revealing them for what they are in all their myriad forms. And what they are and what they have always been is not your fault. I have my words and what they are worth. A drive to make others understand. A drive to make you understand. Maybe just one person today. Because for you, I would write a poem, a novel, a goddamn haiku that cut like a katana the shadows that threaten you. Because these things in our minds are made of words and ideas, but they tell me that ideas are bulletproof. So what can my words do? For I will never sing with the soul of an atom bomb. But for you, I can at least write one honest song. For you, I will say as simply as I can, the voices are wrong. Normal is a cursed word that strangles the truth. It feels most alone to be alone in a crowded room. There is a black hole inside your mind that drains and pulls at rays of light. For others there is living, for you there is the fight. And despite it all, you still try. Despite it all, you are still kind. Or maybe because of it all, you are kind. I would write a program that I would execute that would rejig the way the city speaks. At dinner tables and offices on the streets about those that need as if they were weak. Let that code stream down the IFC. Let it replace the ads. Tall as a titan, let it flash from the faces of buildings like lightning. Right into the eyes of the callous and judgmental, clamping their mouths shut, softening their gaze, hands outstretched to guide their friends through the night by touch. I would convince them all that we live in the mind, and for some the mind is mud. And they do not know what that is like, because those that already do already tend to try. If I could do these things, and write a letter to each and every broken soul like an unbreakable tether cast into a hole, right through their ears, their eyes, into their souls, I would pull them up with a string of sentences. I would wrap them in stanzas and accompany them with couplets. I would sing them to sleep every night with a sonnet. All I can tell you is that I wish to do these things, because I know in my bones that the right words would save. Of this I am sure. I know because I have been saved by others before. All I have in the end are errant words and my undying hope. My hope is what I keep faith in even as the days get worse, because my hope is not that you hear my words. My hope is that all our voices are heard. That the world will change if you can change first.